Right, welcome back to the channel. I am going to go have a little bit of a rant on this video. Two reasons. One, I bought a new camera and I'm trying it out. And second reason is because it's been playing on my mind for a little while. Now, it ain't aimed at anybody personally. Probably is. It's not aimed at anybody personally, and it's not to try and cause drama. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Even though I probably shouldn't make this video if I don't want to cause drama, because it's definitely going to cause some drama. Right. Two things. Well, no, a few things here, right? As a business. In fact, no, forget the business. Me, right? Liam the Terrible is back. Ranting and getting, potential drama causing. So, the festival scene, for me, is done with. Van life festivals and all that kind of thing. Fucking hell. This ain't aimed at any festival people run the festivals. It's just the sort of popularity contest that I am not. It's not that I can't compete with it, because I reckon if I really wanted to, I could be in there and be one of the top dogs, fucking bouncing around, acting like I'm right popular and that. Pretend everybody loves me and all that. Nobody loves me, but I'm not like that. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday. I'm not going to mention this. It's not fair to bring them into it. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, one of my friends, somebody close to me, somebody around here, about how similar we are in that we don't give a shit about certain things and that. And anyway, festivals. It's just. Last year's Van Life Festival were great. I really enjoyed that. And by the way, I've got nothing but respect for Van Life Festival organisers and that. It's not aimed at the festival itself. The festival is great, but the try-hard community, the try-hard people of the community, and there's a lot of them, have just ruined it for me. I'm not interested in... I've been interested in seeking popularity. Never have been interested in seeking popularity, although because I have a YouTube channel and that, you sort of have to a certain extent play a game to be up there and in there and all that kind of thing, and to a certain extent I have done that over years, but I won't sell my soul. I don't walk around trying to get every Tom, Dick and Harry on my videos just so that we share algorithms and we can share video recommendations and all that kind of thing. There's been loads of incidents over the years where I've heard about somebody upsetting somebody, and then the next day you see them, or next week you see them together doing this, that, and the other, and they say, "Oh, I'm never going to speak to them again," but then they're speaking to him, and they're in the video the next week, or somebody will come round here and say, "Oh, have you heard this about this person banging this person's wife," or whatever, and then the next minute they're with them, like, being best friends with them, that kind of thing. Like I'm not interested in that. I've lost all structure. I've been thinking about this video for a couple of days, and I've lost all structure, so it's a bit all over the place. I never have been interested in the popularity contest. From a business point of view, well, what do we need to? Who are we competing with? We're not competing with anybody, because we do our own thing. The people that like what we do like what we do. The people that don't like what we do don't like what we do. You'll never see me handing flyers out at a festival to try and gain customers, because that's not the kind of... We're not cold calling. That's basically... Handing flyers out is as good as cold calling, in my opinion. We don't need a big gazebo with his logo on it, because those that know who we are we're busy enough. We're not tout. Like, I just don't. I understand some people have to tout for business because they're not busy and that, but we are busy, so we don't need to do this. We certainly don't need to be spending thousands upon thousands of pounds to advertise our business as well, because we're doing all right. And that kind of combination of licking people's arses that we don't like, or licking people's arses that... I don't know where the line between Liam and Coalition Vans is now, because it's sort of merged into one as I've gone on in this video. we don't need to speak to people that we don't want to speak to. If we don't want to speak to them, we don't like them, or they've upset us in the past, or we're just not, they're not on our radar, or we just don't get on with them. That's cool. Like, let them do their thing, we'll do our thing. Leave us alone, we'll leave you alone. That kind of thing. We don't need to force. Many people watching these videos will know I don't walk around with a camera in my hand trying to force people to do my videos to make it look like I'm popular and that. And probably Liam the Terrible isn't that popular. Because apart from I'm a twat sometimes, I don't feel the need to try and impress people in that way. We don't advertise at festivals. We were sort of offered a sponsorship deal for a festival, one of the big festivals last year, but we just sort of decided, again, nothing against that festival, we just decided that we didn't really want to do that. Festivals for me are meant to be fun, not working, but some people need to work them, so that's what they do. We don't need to advertise. We don't need to pay for advertising. Certainly, I think that again we're lucky in that way, but also the business could probably, if we spent 30 grand on advertising, the business probably could grow twice what it is now. But we're all right where we are and that, and it's not about making anybody rich. If you could tell, I'm tired today, and I'm not quite sure why I'm so tired today, because I had a good night's sleep. I think it's because it's sunny outside, and I've been sat outside for a little bit, and I've come back inside. So will we as a company be doing any festivals this year? Absolutely not. Will individuals from the company be going to some festivals this year? Possibly. Which ones? I have not got a clue. I would like to think that could try and get to Van Life Festival, but what you've got to understand is that as an individual, me, I have the business to run. I have lots of children. I have the family to sort out. I've got hobbies that do require a lot of time, and then the festival thing, to be fair, ain't really me anyway. I'm not a person that likes to stay up late. I don't particularly drink. I don't like partying that much, really. So when I go to a festival, I go just to try and catch up with probably a handful of people that I do respect or like or want to catch up with and all that kind of thing. I do believe that Bruce is going to a few festivals this year, and we were discussing about networking and all that kind of thing. What's happened over the last few years, and I'm not sure where the turning point was as such, but over the last few years, I have gathered everything up and held everything a bit more tightly. I don't want to be in everybody's minds, at the forefront of everybody's minds and all that kind of thing. I don't want to be in everybody's videos. I don't want to be pretending to like people that I don't like. I certainly will not slag people off behind the back who I wouldn't say it to their face. And unfortunately, in the van life community, and probably like most communities, there's a lot of that. Like, I've defended people and fiercely stood up for certain people against people that have done them wrong, and then a few weeks later I see them in videos together pretending they're best mates and all that. And so, I just don't get it, me. I don't get it. Maybe I'm just a bit... Again, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'd like to think it's because I'm a bit more... I've got a bit of... I don't know. Morals and that. I feel like I like to stick up for people if they've been wronged or whatever, and then to see them, same people, with the people that have wronged them, it just doesn't matter to me anymore. So we did the Van Life Awards. Was it last year now? Probably about a year ago. Van Life Awards. Now, again, I don't really care about that kind of thing. It is funny that we can say that we're an award-winning campervan building company. I do quite enjoy that, and it's not in a we take ourselves that seriously. It's just a funny thing, really, because the award, not trying to be disrespectful towards the Van Life Awards, but it wasn't like, it's not like winning like a Nobel Peace Prize or Esther Hanson's Art of Gold. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So in my Instagram bio, in Coalition Van's Instagram bio, it definitely says award-winning. I'm pretty sure it says award-winning company. That's funny. Anyway, the Van Life Awards. The Van Life Awards was great. The idea behind it is brilliant, and nothing but respect to them for doing that. And I always have respect for people that get out and do the thing. If they have an idea, get out and do it. That's brilliant. But what it turned out to be was essentially a contest and competing with people. And there were some people that ended up... There were people that we are friends with. There was the Roll Dog guy, brilliant company. I think we were in a category against them. I would never want to stand up against them. They're brilliant. We use them. They're one of our suppliers. We use them all the time on every single van. Why would I want to compete with them? It just seems stupid. Like, it just seems silly to compete with them. And there's a few other companies that, like, we were in this. It just seemed shit. Like, I would like all of us to win, like, or like share the prize out or whatever. I just don't. It just didn't sit right with me. I know some people are like that. People would probably enjoy the sort of award ceremony type of thing and all that. So I don't know if the Van Life Awards is on this year, but we certainly won't be putting our sort of hat in the ring or whatever you call it. We won't be actively seeking that. And again, nothing but respect to them. If we do get nominated for one, brilliant. And we may go to it, maybe, because it was to be fair, it was a good night. But as far as like competing, we're competing with ourselves. Like, we're constantly trying to improve and trying to one up ourselves. We don't need the noise of other people. And the camper van building community, let's say, like, there's only one or two companies that I wouldn't speak to, I wouldn't want to be friends with, but then everybody, there's literally a camper van building company just opened up on the same unit connected to Powerhouse over the back. So I don't know, 50 metres away from where I'm sat now. Brilliant. If he ever needs a bit of carpet or fucking kind of spray glue or needs to borrow a plumb fitting, come on, you can borrow it. We can borrow it, but we're coming over to you to borrow some stuff if we need it. There's no need to compete. We've got Roma World just over. I'll shout Roma World out. Jerome from Roma World. I've known Jerome for, I don't know, 20 odd years or something. We used to hang around the same skate park together when we were younger. I think he's probably still a bit younger than me, but when we were kiddies, like, we used to hang around the same skate park. We've known each other a long time. Both, by coincidence, around the same time, I believe, around COVID time, came up with a genius idea of starting a camper van building company. And they're doing brilliant, and we're doing all right, and I'm right happy to see that, and absolutely have nothing but respect for companies like that. There are other companies around South Yorkshire that I get on with. If we have a customer that doesn't want to travel up here but wants a van conversion, I'll send them to a camper van conversion company a bit more local to them. There's no need. There's a big enough. I've said this before in a video. The pie's big enough. We can share it. We don't need to scramble over each other and come on, I want that job. We don't care about that. We're not bothered. It's not. It's almost pointless. It's not worth doing, and I won't lower myself to begging for work as well. Maybe I will one day. Maybe like next year when things quieten down a little. If things quieten down a little bit, I'll be begging you lot to come and help or bring me some odd jobs. Who knows? But I won't be trying to take food off other people's plate. I just don't understand it. But anyway, I don't really know. 40 minutes into this video, and I can't remember what the point of the video was. Like I say, it went a bit all over the place, but. Yeah, we're not. If you don't see our name on flyers and on posters and on banners and gazebos and I don't know, wristbands or lanyards or whatever, cups, all that kind of thing. If you don't see our name on those things, that's because we're not wanting to pay. If you have to pay to advertise, not in every case, because McDonald's advertises, they don't need to advertise, but Like if Rich is here. He wanted to know if I wanted a coffee, and I did want a coffee. Just to if that makes you feel better knowing that information. Yeah, I know McDonald's has to advertise and that, but that money, let's just say it's $5,000 to be a sponsor of a festival, right? Some of them are a bit more than that, a fair bit more than that, but that $5,000 could go into buying more tools and better things to make this company better. That $5,000 could mean keeping our prices a little bit lower for customers. It could be the difference between a customer having, I don't know, gold taps, for example. There are so many better things that we could spend $5,000 on here. Like, I could spend it on shit. I could literally spend it on... I've got a box of Wham bars downstairs. I could spend $5,000 on Wham bars, and I feel like it'd be better spent than advertising at a festival. And also, it's paying to tout for business. Like paying... I'm not slagging people off that do that. That's fine, but I just don't see... Unless you're a brand new company and you're really trying to get out there, but then surely customers should be able to see through that and say, well, they're only here because they're paid to be here. They're not here on merit. They're not... It's not like... Again, sorry to pick on Van Life Festival. Nothing but respect for Damo and that. Like, brilliant. But, like, they're not... Damo didn't just go, right, I want the best 5 camper van building companies at my festival, and then the best 5 are there, and then customers walking past are like, well, these are the best 5 camper van building companies. Well, now that doesn't work like that. That could be the difference. Like, I could spend $10,000 now and go to a festival, and you lot would think that because they're there, they must be good, and that's not how it works. That's not how that they're paid to be there. So again, for me, it's different to everybody else. Nothing but I'm not going to say respect. That's fine if people want to do that, but they're not there on merit. They've just spent the most money, and that for me doesn't mean anything. If I was even like Google reviews, let's say, like you could go on Google and find Google reviews and say that this they've got 5 out of 5 stars or whatever it is, and you would assume that either because they've been going longer, so they've had more reviews, or the reviews are better, they deserve the business. You could have a 2-star company that has more money because, I don't know, there are people that just have money, that have done well for themselves, or have, inheritance or whatever it is. They could chuck $100,000 at something and probably not even expect to get a return on that directly. But does it mean that they're the best? No, it means they've got the most money to throw at it. So, that's that for me. We ain't as a company. We're not doing any festivals this year. And we may be at some of individuals may be at the festivals, and we'd love to have a chat with people and that, but you won't see us handing out flyers. I doubt you'll even see us handing out stickers. Actually, we have got a bunch of stickers that I made, and then they just sat on the bench, sat on the bar, and we've not even given them away to people that visited. That's how slack we are. In fact, I've got a box of t-shirts down there as well that I had made. I'll show you these t-shirts. In fact, you might want one. Wait there. These are actually really good, to be fair. I had them made and then I gave them out to people that work here, and then we've not done anything with them since. Check these out. Hold on. Hold your horses. Are you ready for this, right? Look at them. Boom. Boom. Look at that. It's got loads of little Easter eggs on it, loads of Sheffield references, where we're from. It's got a little owl there that lives there, trees and shit. Built for the road, college and vans. Even got a guitar on it. I didn't even notice that. Didn't even know it had a guitar on it. That's ChatGPT for you. If anybody wants a t-shirt, come and get a t-shirt. If anybody wants a sticker, come get a sticker. I'm not selling them. I'm giving them away. Don't need... no, because that's like touting for business, isn't it? Morally, should I give them away and have the appearance of touting for business by giving something away, that's like paying to advertise. Oh, no. I'm going to have to sell them. Selling them is the only way now. Because otherwise I'm contradicting myself, and this video has been a complete waste of time. Which is coming again. No, because I've got my coffee now, so it's fine. So I probably will be less grumpy and less salty now, because I've got a coffee. But anyway, I forgot. So let's just leave this video here. I hope you've enjoyed my little ranting. I hope some people have took it personally, even though it wasn't meant to be, but some people are sausages, aren't they? There's plenty more van building content coming. We've got so many. We've actually got loads of videos in the bank at the minute. I've got videos unedited. I've got so much to do. I don't know how I can do it. I don't know. I've got time to do all this stuff. I totally forgot another thing that I was going to say, actually. So we're back to this video. Why don't we do collaborations with YouTubers? What happened last time I did a collaboration with a YouTuber? They tried to run my business. So I don't do that anymore. I get emails from sort of upcoming YouTubers or people that have got, like, you know, smaller channels or whatever that are probably doing really well, asking to do a collaboration or whatever. But from experience, and again, it's not just one particular green van that I did. Some other more popular YouTubers that you'll have all probably heard of, they're just after a free meal, and I'll help anybody, and any of the lads at Coalition will tell you I do genuinely help lots of people out. I won't work with people that, if I offer to help somebody, I'll help somebody. If people come around with their hands out expecting something, it's a no. And also the other one, which I've had lots of times from people that you'll know, can you build my van in exchange for some followers? No, followers ain't going to pay my bills and ain't going to feed me kids, pal. So no, it's a no for that. How much stuff should a company give away to YouTubers before it gets ridiculous? Like what's the, let's just say a $5,000 install. If I gave away a $5,000 install to, I don't know, such and such van life on YouTube, what do I gain back from that? I'm in their video. Nice one. That video might do well, it might do shit. What if I gain 100 subscribers from it? 100 subscribers cost me $5,000. I'd rather lose 100 subscribers than lose $5,000. I don't get it. Like, again, it's not a dig at anybody in particular. It's not a dig at people that do that kind of thing. But you've got to ask the question, like, why is this company giving so much away? Why is this person doing this collaboration? It isn't. The only person benefiting from it is the person that is receiving the stuff for free. That's the only person that's benefiting from it. The business ain't going to grow as a result of it. People see through it. People see, all right, yeah, he's doing a collab. Oh, he's giving away this for free to this person. He's doing this. They're always on camera doing this, this and the other. Well, good luck to you. But without sounding big-headed, and I really don't mean this to sound big-headed, even though I've said that, and now you're going to think, oh, Liam's being big-headed, and now he's trying to defend himself from being big-headed by saying he's not being big-headed. But any good company runs off its reputation. It runs off its recommendations. It runs off its quality of work. That speaks volumes. That speaks way more than throwing away stuff, giving away free stuff all the time. I could spend money on stuff. Like I showed you, the T-shirts and stickers and that. I mainly bought them for staff, but I ordered extras to sort of give to people and that. But I just haven't done. That's just sat there in a box. How much stuff should a company give away in order to try and lure customers in? If you have to go looking for the customer, then there's something wrong there. Like, when the customers come to you because they've seen what you do, that is the one. That is the, for me, that is... I'm going to sneeze. Fuck off. Fuck off. When the customer comes to you because they've seen something you've done that is good, that's better than anything else. I could give... It's better. You can't beat that. That is the top there. If you're having to go, oh, here's my flyer. Here, that's my business. No, please come to us. Please come to us. If you really think about it, if you people watching this really think about it, like what's better? Spending 20 grand on Facebook advertising to advertise your business, or being booked up or sold out or whatever it is for months and months in advance, or when you get a build slot open, that build slot's snapped up straight away by somebody because of your reputation, because of your good work, not because, oh yeah, I remember seeing you at that show and you were giving away lollipops. Come off it. Anyway, this is really the end of the video. I just wanted to add that bit on. Thanks very much to all you bloody good subscribers and that. The channel's doing well, but I'll update you on another video about how the channel's going. I really appreciate everybody that comments and subscribes and likes and all that kind of thing. But I'll see you soon. Bye for later.